Okay, so this is game 4 of Friday, September 19th, Talk Like a Pirate Day in Los Angeles 2025. And it was the final game of the night. It was a rematch of the previous battle report you may have seen. 2 players, 50 points. And Xerix and I were using the same fleets. I had my fling stuff everywhere, very gimmicky fleet. And Xerix had his more conventional fleet with Neptune's Horde, HMS Oxford, and La Monarca. You can see some of the mega terrain we've placed. I remembered to actually place multiple fog banks this time, so Hangman's Joke would be able to fog hop. And I really thought this setup was kind of cool and interesting because instead of, I think it helped that we had a pretty big area available. So instead of kind of a normal like triangle shaped block of 6 islands, or kind of like almost like an offset rectangle of 6 islands that you often see in basic 2-player games, this one was more of a fun like island chain archipelago type thing where the islands were in a little bit more of a zigzag pattern and the terrain kind of followed them. So I liked this. The setup felt a little more unique than usual for a 2-player game, which was nice. So all right, so I actually had included rolling fog as a last minute swap out. I think I swapped out the 1-point crew on Hare's Luck for this event, so, and I put it on the huge mega fog bank. So this one was moving a bit during the game. It didn't really play into things too much. I think here it ended up rolling into La Monarca, I believe, or one of these ships. So it did absorb a ship at some point. So here I've got Zephyr trying to use the treasure suction ability again. And looks like Calypso has failed to generate any whirlpools from Tiger's Paw, as usual, just like the last game. Neptune's Horde has gone over this massive seaweed Sargasso Sea trying to reach a mysterious island, and Hare's Luck looks like she's trying to assist Zephyr, trying to get me some gold. So here, eventually I think I was able to get the suction, but the big story here was Hangman's Joke did a fog raid to crash into Neptune's Horde, and I got the Turtles UT, so I placed those. So Xerix included a mysterious island, this one that allows you to yank in a unique treasure from outside the game, which of course is a really amazing effect to have, and probably one of the most broken things that they ever made for this game. But he actually brought in the Jade UT, so it wasn't too crazy. He didn't go for like Pandora's Box or Odin Missile or anything like that. So I kind of wanted to repay the favor a little bit and just go for a gold UT. So I grabbed the Turtles UT, and this way I was able to use, over the years I've ended up finally collecting 10 different turtle tokens. So I was able to use all my Turtle UT tokens, which is nice. I got them all on the same card now. And Hangman's Joke was able to take Neptune's Horde down to 2 mass with her fog-based sack attack. So, and Xerix is getting some gold. Monarca looks like she's back with treasure. Oxford is going to one of the other mysterious islands there. So at this point, I think Calypso had made, she's made a couple whirlpools, but it didn't really help me that much. There's a close-up shot showing the turtles. Looks like they're going to head to my home island via Round Earth, and then Neptune's Horde with her health taken in half, basically. So the issue here that allowed me to almost catch up in the end game was that Xerix had both his 4-masters get stuck on the Sargasso Seas. So usually the bigger ships can handle those decently well, but Neptune's Horde got stuck for many turns going back home, and HMS Oxford got stuck for a turn or two. So that allowed me a little bit more time to try to execute my gold strategy and get the turtles home. All 10 turtles ended up getting home without issue. So Hangman's Joke came out of a fog bank with the fog hopping ability, but didn't do too much damage, and that allowed Neptune's Horde to survive. So here, Hare's Luck has touched Tiger's Paw similar to last game, and is going to transfer a coin to her, it looks like. Calypso has been dumped in favor of the Navigator that I had on my home island, and he started placing some trade currents. The big issue with my fleet here is that it's very low on available cargo, so I have a lot of crew that are used to pull off this fleet's like strategy and gimmick, but as a result, there's only about 1 cargo space available or less on each ship to run gold with. So, and to do more, you have to drop like really important crew. So it's really not that great of a fleet. but it was fun to use, especially with the flinging treasure effect. So here you can see my canoe's almost home. Here's, oh yeah, Neptune's Horde shot it. Hangman's Joke took off a mast, then I went home to repair that and got another coin home via the Tiger's Paw eventually. HMS Oxford came around and smashed up Zephyr, and then Hare's Luck was finally able to reveal her face down captain, which hadn't been revealed in the first game. So it was only at the end of this rematch that Hare's Luck was able to use her captain, but only one shot out of the 2 hit, so Oxford was still pretty healthy after that raid. And then here we see that Zephyr and Hare's Luck have both been sunk by HMS Oxford. I think Xerix got a same action twice from Christopher Mings there to do some major damage to my fleet, took out 2 of my 4 ships, and then here we can see where Hangman's Joke really kind of failed to do enough damage against Neptune's Horde because the schooner eventually got home, unloaded more gold, and and then this fog bank with rolling fog, it was trying to round Earth. It was trying to go either across on the short edge or corner to corner, so it didn't quite get there, but it's kind of amusing to see that happen. And then this was, I think, this is the final few actions of the game. So Xerix was trying to use Jade to double the value of each coin brought home, kind of like that gold factory strategy. So Monarcha had touched Neptune's Horde. I think there was one coin that was able to be transferred that way, but then Hangman's Joke repaired, and she had been able to use the Foghopper ability to come through and sink Monarcha. And I think that was the last golden play. So at that point it was over, and this one was actually a close score. Unlike the last one, Xerix still won, but 24-20. So I think it was actually probably the closest game of the weekend in terms of first and second place. So anyway, that was game 4, and that was our finale for our Friday Talk Like a Pirate Day. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more pirates.